Good morning, student. I am Sweta Sarangi, and in this semester, in your third semester, I am going to teach you about environmental studies. So, we have already completed our first chapter, that was multidisciplinary nature of environmental studies. So, now I will teach you about our second chapter, and that is our natural resources. So before going to start our next chapter, I just want to tell you something about environment. So environment is the sum of all social, economical, biological, physical or chemical factors which constitute the surroundings of living organisms, who is both creator and decomposer of this environment. So the environment for a living organism is always changing and never constant or static. So this change can be slow or sometimes rapid. The word environment is derived from the French word environ, which means to encircle or surround. So the surroundings or conditions in which a person, animal or plant lives or operate. So what is multidisciplinary? Combining of or involving several academic disciplines or professional specialization in an approach to a topic or problem. Okay, so now I will explain you that what is natural resources. So what is natural resources? In this chapter we are going to study about the natural resources that are presently or that are plentifully available in our environment, that we are getting the resources from our environment. So there are various types of resources which we are getting from our environment. So like water, forest, minerals, then our natural gases, fuels. These are the resources which we are getting from our environment. So in this chapter we are also going to study about the use, the reuse, the misuse, the over exploitation of these resources. So in this chapter mainly we are going to study about the various types of resources that we are getting from the environment. So first of all, I want to tell you that what is natural resources. So natural resources occurs naturally within the environment. Any material which is part of earth and satisfy human need and add value is called resources. As an example, the rocks, the minerals, the soils, rivers, plants and animals. These are the natural resources that we get from the environment. So human is a resource because of his developing skill, he can develop other resources by adding value to the physical material. So mainly the natural resources can be defined as the things or materials of the nature that can be put to some use by human beings for their development, growth, comfort and other necessities, for example, air, water, soil, forest, etc. So we know that man or human being is the most evolved animal, is the most highly evolved animal. Since its appearance on earth, man and our societies has been dependent on nature. The development of new ideas enabled him to identify materials of nature and to put them into different uses for his comfort and development. In this series, water, air, sunlight, land, minerals, forest, coal, oil, metals, etc. were available and were identified by men. We know that there are various types of resources and we human beings are the main things to identify this kind of resources. As the development was in progress, we started to make use of these natural gifts. So we converted most of the natural sources into natural resources for our own interest. This was possible later when development and research technology was developed to transform these natural sources or materials into more valuable goods. Thus, the natural resources can be defined as the things or materials of the nature that can be put to some use by human beings for their growth, development, comfort and other necessities are called as natural sources. For example, air, water, soil, forest, animals, minerals, metals, energy and other substances are some example of natural resources that are utilized by us or by human beings. Okay. So at present day, total global production is nearly enough to match the human demand for energy, materials, etc. Okay. If we judiciously distribute the resources available to us, but for future the situation appears pretty grim. Okay. The resources are not equally distributed throughout the world. We can realize the value of resources only when it is rather scarce. Overexploitation threatens most of our natural resources now because we people are use the natural resources because we need it. But we are doing the misuse of this natural resources. So the primitive man was a part of environment. Our basic requirements were limited. That is food and shelter. Food was collected from the surroundings while caves, bushes, trees were enough to provide shelter. Those days natural materials, fields and living beings only were considered useful. But exploitation, destruction, development of natural resources began right from the time when men learned to use fire, metal, copper for arms, tools, pens, domestic animals and grow plants for food. Okay. Now the boundaries of environment is from polar ice to equatorial mountain tops and from deep down ocean to ionosphere to sky. Everything present in this environment is regarded as natural resources. Everything that are present in our environment is called as our natural resources, and these are very precious for us because we people are totally depend upon the environment. We get the air from the environment, we get the water from this environment, we get the soil from this environment, we get the food from this environment. So we people are fully depend upon the environment. We people are fully depend upon the natural resources, and so we have to use it. We have to control the misuse of this kind of resources because it is very important. Nowadays we are facing a lot of problems due to the misuse or due to the over exploitation of this kind of resources. So this is our natural resources, and we people are the human beings are the resource because they are the identifier of this kind of resources because of our developing because we need to develop our skill or for our growth or for our comfort and other needs. So second is our types of natural resources. So mainly there are all the natural resources can be divided into two categories. So there are two types of natural resources. One is our inexhaustible resources and our second one is our exhaustible resources. That means the inexhaustible resources are, for example, solar energy, air or wind. In the same way, the exhaustible resources are of two types. One is our renewable resources and second is our non-renewable resources. So our renewable resources are land, water, living organisms. And the non-renewable resources, that means examples are the coal, minerals and petroleum. Renewable resources means we can renew it. But the non-renewable resources, that means we cannot renew it. Only the power of the environment which can renew this kind of resources. These are the coal, minerals and petroleum. So we need to control our misuse. We have to properly use these things. Okay. So what is exhaustible natural resources? The natural resources which are consumed or exhausted through continuous use or misuse are called exhaustible natural resources. For example, soil, forest, water, coal, etc.